So, here's the latest. Contrary to what some social media posts are claiming, that Simon Ekpa has regained freedom, the more reliable sources show something very different is happening. Earlier this month, a Finnish court sentenced Simon Ekpa to 6 years in prison on charges including terrorism, incitement, and aggravated tax fraud. He was accused of using his position abroad to support separatist activity in Nigeria, helping supply weapons, urging violence through social media, and other related offenses. So there is no confirmed credible evidence yet that he's free or walking out of prison, as some are claiming online. The reports saying he regained freedom appear speculative, possibly attempts by sympathizers to spark hope or mislead. One such post says, "The process is going. He will surely regain his freedom," but that's not backed by credible court records or Finnish authorities as of now. Now, this doesn't mean everything is settled. There are a few angles we need to keep in our radar. The 6-year sentence has still to be appealed. Ekpa's legal team is very likely to challenge it, pushing it to higher courts. Finland's judicial system tends to provide for appeals, reviews, and possible reductions, depending on legal arguments. There may be political pressure from supporters in Nigeria, from diplomatic bodies, from human rights groups that might influence public discourse or possibly negotiation. Also, those freedom regained claims might be early signals of attempted legal maneuvering, bail application, or negotiations that haven't yet materialized. Let me also put this in a broader context, because it helps you understand why people care so much and why this story is hot. Simon Ekpa is a figure tied to the Biafra separatist movement. He leads something called the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, and claims to be its prime minister. He split from the more widely known indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, mainstream, and sometimes there's tension between what he claims and what the larger IPOB bodies say. Under his leadership, BRGIE has promoted a self-referendum, a kind of vote among supporters for restoring Biafra as an independent entity. He also declared the formation of a militant wing called Biafra Liberation Army, BLE, which he says is the armed arm of his movement. The Nigerian government has labeled his groups as terrorists in many statements, and he's been wanted by Nigeria for various charges. In fact, Finnish authorities arrested Ekpa in November 2024 under suspicion of terrorism behaviors stretching from August 2021 to November 2024. He was remanded, assets frozen, etc. The recent sentence is the culmination of those legal proceedings. So the idea that he's free now is inconsistent with the direction the legal system has gone so far. Also note, the freedom regained rumor could be a tactic in information warfare. People planting optimism among supporters, preparing public sentiment in case any legal breakthrough happens. We've seen this before in political matters in Nigeria and globally. Okay, now, what does this mean for ordinary Nigerians, especially those in the southeast or who follow Biafra politics? If Ekpa remains in prison, his ability to coordinate or direct activities is limited. His messages may still come through social media or supporters, but his in-person control is constrained. It may reduce the intensity of sit-at-home orders or other agitation tactics he has used, although his supporters might try anyway. It could shift attention to others in the movement or push a leadership vacuum, or internal struggle in BRGIE, IPOB factions. It might lead to more pressure from supporters demanding his release, protests, or diplomatic engagement between Nigeria and Finland. For security agencies, this might be seen as a win. They'll likely use this to justify that the law is catching up. But they will also have to guard against backlash, radicalization, or unrest sparked by supporters who feel he's being persecuted. Now, a few things to watch in the coming days, weeks. Appeals. Whether Ekpa's legal team files for appeal and what grounds they use. Procedural errors, human rights claims, insufficient evidence, etc. Media statements from BRGIE, IPOB, or Ekpa's lawyers. Will there be claims of violation, requests for leniency, or calls for international intervention? Public reaction. In the southeast, protests, demonstrations, vigils, social media bursts. Will his supporters go all out? Diplomatic moves. Nigeria might press Finland to reduce, pardon, or extradite him. International human rights bodies may weigh in. Information battle. Rumor versus fact. Watch carefully when you see posts like Ekpa is free now. Always check credible sources like court records, government statements, reputable news outlets. So, that sensational headline, "It has finally happened. Ekpa is free," is, as of now, not confirmed by any reliable source. The more credible story is that he's been jailed by a Finnish court for 6 years on serious charges. His freedom is not yet regained, but legal processes are ongoing. So the story is far from dead. I'll be watching closely. If you all see any credible document or court order showing he's out, send that to me. Meanwhile, stay sharp. Don't spread unverified claims. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and share this with your friends so they also aren't fooled by wild rumors. If you want me to dig more into his appeal process, or what's next, tell me in the comments and I'll bring you fresh updates.